This weekend, Australian country singer Shae Fisher is taking the stage. I had the chance to talk with her yesterday about her latest single, Take Me Back to Texas, and what she's excited about here in KOTA Territory. All right, thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning KOTA Territory and Good Morning Black Hills. I am really looking forward to diving into this with you. But first of all, you just had a single come out, and that is Take Me Back to Texas. It's a very nostalgic song. Can you tell me about some of the inspirations for that?
Absolutely. So I'm actually an Australian country music singer, born and bred in Australia. I moved to the US when I was 21, and I lived in Nashville, and Nashville was great. I love the city, I love the community. But being a country girl, I always was missing my country roots. So I would spend a lot of time back and forth in Texas. And obviously, this song is about love, but it's also about missing who I was, being a cowgirl in the land. I did actually meet my now husband, who's world champion tie-down roper Tyson Durfee in Texas. So I have a lot of ties to Texas. And I knew I wanted to write this song, and I thought, well, I got to find somebody who understands the cowgirl culture. So I wrote this song with a girl named Jessie Jo Dillon, who is now a Grammy Award-winning songwriter and one of Garth Brooks's harmony singers. So between the three of us girls, I think that we had enough Texas ties to make it definitely a song that people could relate to.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned that rodeo aspect I wanted to get into because you're going to be in Sheridan, Wyoming this weekend. And rodeo is a huge part of the KOTA Territory culture. How did you get into all of that?
Yeah, so my dad is an 8-time Australian champion bull rider in Australia, and then he rode bulls in the PBR till he was nearly 40. So basically, I feel like I was born into the rodeo industry. Won my first Australian title bow racing when I was 9, and it's just been part of who I was. And obviously, when I married my husband, who is a PRCA rodeo cowboy, I had the ability to travel on the pro rodeo circuit to these rodeos. I've actually competed at Sheridan myself. This year, my horse is hurt, so I'm not physically competing, but I have competed there many times. I just love the rodeo culture and the country culture here in the US. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, for sure. And that was going to kind of be my next question is, being Australian and also having this country music style, which is very American, how do you sort of blend those two?
Well, it was definitely a challenge. When I first got my record deal when I was 16, I had to prove that people were like, well, you're so American. You sound so American. I was like, no, I'm an Aussie girl, but I love country music. And I had a lot of ties to the US. But I don't think it really matters anymore what country you're from. I feel like country music is such an international genre. And there's so many American acts touring in Australia. So it just ties hand in hand. I do think sometimes it takes people by surprise when I hear my accent because they're like, I don't really know where she's from anymore. And sometimes I don't, because obviously I'm an American citizen now, but I'm also an Australian citizen. So yeah, my accent's not sure where it's from anymore.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that definitely sounds like it would have been a challenge. And now, as we wrap up here, I want to talk quickly about Sheridan because that is this weekend. Can you tell me what you're looking forward to most?
Okay, I actually love the Indian relay races. They are so much fun, and we always sit on top of our horse trailers and watch them. I have so many memories with the relay races. I'm like, I could never do that, but I love it. Also, obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing my husband hopefully win the rodeo, because we go from Sheridan and then we're back to Cheyenne the next week and then back up to Deadwood, South Dakota. So we are definitely on the rodeo trail, and I have a new single coming out August 4th. So between Tyson rodeoing and me doing my music, we are full time with 3 kids in tote, I must say.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be a ton of fun. Now, if people are interested in listening to Take Me Back to Texas, where can they find you?
You can go to my social media. Obviously, I have Instagram, Facebook. I mean, I attempt to do TikTok. That's I don't know. That's a little above me, but I do it. But yeah, it's just Shae Fisher Music. And then I also have my website, which is shaefisher.com. But we're very much on there. Our family. So I'd love people to follow along, and then they can see a little bit more about what we do and who we are.
Yeah, and really quickly here, again, last wrap-up question. If people want to see you perform in Sheridan, when will that be?
Come to the rodeo on Saturday night, and I will be there.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.